Just a minute ago, you told me that when we were looking at these game-worn jerseys, you had actually designed, as a young man, one of these Canucks jerseys. And obviously, you've always been involved with art. You've always been doodling and creating. But here you were pretty much a kid, and you're designing uniforms for your favorite pro hockey team. I mean, that's
I
a gift.
I had to pinch myself, and God knows they would never do it like that now.
Well, how did it happen? How did you swing that?
Well, right out of high school, I was at Capilano University in North Van taking graphic design and illustration. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a 4-year program, but it was pretty early on. At the time, the Canucks had gone through so many uniform design changes, or several anyway. Mm-hmm. They were often the butt of jokes, and I think you called them Halloween jerseys, right?
I think those jerseys were designed by a psychologist, weren't they?
To
intimidate the opposition with their florid colors.
Yes, it was aggressive, right? The
the yellow,
the
really.
red, yellow, and black, and they had the big V's down the front. I mean, every single team in the league had the logo on the front.
And in retrospect, they were super cool.
I like them
when you think back to it.
Yeah,
if you see somebody wearing one now, you go, yeah.
It conjures up fond memories. I almost got a game-worn Glenn Hanlon jersey.
Nice.
And I kick myself that I didn't open the vault for it, but I think it was over $1,000. So the Canucks assistant GM was Brian Burke. A young Brian Burke, mm-hmm. and he had a weekly radio segment on Dan Russell's sports talk show.
Right. Was even a young Brian Burke, was he scowly and intimidating?
He was pretty intimidating, and he really expressed his opinion. But I think he cut his teeth on Russell's show, and he was always a great quote. And I recall hearing Mr. Burke describe the club's jersey on many occasions as puke yellow. So it was pretty obvious that he'd be open to a design change.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was young, but I was smart enough to figure that out.
So what, did you just call him up or something?
Well, I got to know his secretary because I just was persistent. I kept calling. And I begged for a 5-minute meeting, and I eventually got it. I presented my design option, and it actually was before the San Jose Sharks. It was kind of an aqua blue and black and silver, a totally different logo. In hindsight, it had no connection to the past or right. anything. It was too dramatic a change. And Burke really liked the design, but he knew that ownership, the Griffiths family, had paid the California design firm tons of money back then for the Halloween colors, right? He directed me to retain the current logo along with the black, yellow, and red color palette. I worked with the restrictions and resubmitted. Oh. So at the time I still lived at home, and I recall how surreal it was to hear my mom calling down, Brian Burke's on the phone. And he told me that they were considering designs by me and CCM.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And ultimately, the Canucks favored my designs, and I refined the designs, and I worked directly with Pat Quinn for a couple days.
Nice.
So that
another big, intimidating Irish guy.
Well, exactly. Like,
what are you going to say to him? Oh, sorry, Mr. Quinn, your suggestion is really not too valid.
He really gave me an insight into how he got the most out of his players, because he showed me this respect that he trusted my opinion, and he just was a really good listener, which was incredible in hindsight. We did collaborate on it and wanted the players to be really proud of wearing the jersey and take off all the extraneous embellishments, like they had V's on the shoulders and on the shorts.
It was just too much. Color TV, that was hard to watch.
Well, yeah, you'd have to adjust your set all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So. We replaced the puke yellow home jerseys with a classic white. One thing I tried to do but wasn't successful with is I wanted to simplify the team's logo just slightly. A lot of people call it the plate of spaghetti.
This is the skate, the angled skate,
Yeah,
and the stripy,
the
with all the
downward
striped
skate.
lines. Yeah.
And so my idea was to remove the white stripes around the skate so it would pop a bit more. I got to meet Arthur Griffiths and approved the design, but wanted to retain the logo they had. So that was the only compromise there. And when everything was complete, I was left to negotiate my fees back with Brian Burke. Beyond any finances and the free game tickets they were giving me, the most important thing I wanted were game-worn jerseys.
Mm-hmm. Who did you want?
It was the first season of the Russian invasion.
Right.
So I requested Larionov and Krutovs.
Right.
Burke said, nope, those are the only two guys you can't have. So my second choices were Linden and McLean, and how lucky I was to do that, because Linden's jersey is retired and McLean celebrated in the Ring of Honor, and he's actually wearing the jersey that I have hanging here. You can see the 20th anniversary patch on the shoulder. Next time you're at Rogers Arena, look up there and you'll see that jersey.
Saying, yes, I did turn it on, I made an error. It looked like it was in. Reichel thought it was in. Everybody on this side of the building.
In 1994, the team came within one game, the Stanley Cup, wearing the uniforms I helped design.
It'll be that seventh game. We'll hope they can patch Linden up and get him in that one. He will play. You know he'll play. He'll play on crutches. He will play, and he'll play at Madison Square